Hey viewers, welcome to another game of Casual Pro Gamer. This is game number 2 between Slivko, or, well, BenQ Slivko I guess, and PoYo, so another Zerg versus Terran obviously, because most people actually play only one race, so that is kind of the standard thing to do, and therefore another Zerg versus Terran. So as you can see, another cross position spawn. And we are just going to produce some SCVs, produce some overlords, produce some drones, and then some supply depots as well. Just the standard opener, and no real cheesy moves here. By the way, this is game 2 out of a best of 3, so if there is no game 3, I will still put up a game 3. It will be an anti-spoiler video, making sure that you don't get spoiled by just seeing that there are only 2 games out. I'm not sure yet, so I can't actually spoil it for you. I'm not sure yet whether there is a game 3 because I download them one by one. So after this one is done, if the player that won game 1 doesn't win game 2, then I am going to search for game 3. And obviously I will find it, hopefully. So we do have a spawning pool coming out after the expansion here, and we don't have an expansion yet. Oh, we do have an expansion for the Terran player. So he is building on that command center, making sure that he can expand, well, a little bit later than he would otherwise do, but be very safe. And yeah, we're going to produce a bunker really early on, because without scouting information, yeah, he's kind of blind for what the Zerg is doing. And yeah, well, here we go. Getting the command center in place, and we are going to, well, just build some more workers, it seems. Both players is happily getting more and more workers. We do have a factory coming up now, because obviously, well, the Zerg only needs to build one building to build a specific kind of unit. The Terran will have to build several buildings to build his units, because they can only build 1 or 2 things at the same time. With the reactor 2, of course, with a tech lab, or without one of these, what are they called? Expansions, whatever. No, I forgot what they're called. Without them, you can only produce 1 unit. So we are going to get a tech lab out, which means marauders with Hellions, just like in the previous game. Yeah, and if you didn't see that, that is your own fault. That I spoiled you there. You had about 6 minutes to get out of here. Well, I guess a little bit less, because I fast forwarded through the first part, because it's not very interesting about 90% of the time. And well, I want to make a commentary, or watch a game rather. I don't really care about the commentary that much. I mean, if you guys want to see that, that is fine by me. But since nobody ever told me not to do it, I'm going to assume you're fine with this. And we do have another expansion coming up. But yeah, I want to enjoy the game as well. And I do not enjoy watching the same opening over and over and over and over and over again. And that, of course, is something that a lot of people will think. And that is why there's commentary. Kind of tried to tell you some random crap during that opening, but obviously I don't always have inspiration for random crap. So sometimes I just fast forward a little bit through it, and makes it a little bit easier. So anyhow, we are going up again with 4 Hellions here against the 1 Queen. But as you can see, the 1 Queen not taking a whole lot of damage from that. So the Queen not really caring too much about 4 Hellions. She will care for 8, or about 8. So this is 6, and we're going to get 2 more, I think. No, actually not. He stopped production on that. Okay, so we're going to get another reactor up, and another barracks, and another barracks. So wow. Okay, 6 Hellions then. 6 Hellions normally not good enough to kill Queens. But yeah, it's not going to matter, because the roaches are already out. And roaches are, of course, very, very good against these, well, light units. They, well, the roaches take less damage from this. They only take 7 damage out of the 8 that they can do, potentially. But they do 16 damage. And since these guys have no armor, yeah, it's a pretty good counter. Because you do 16 damage every hit, and if you have a big amount of them, then you can one-shot these Hellions. Only have 90 HP, So 90 HP, of course, not a very big amount. And definitely not as big as the roaches. The roaches are 125, I want to say. 145 even. Okay. So, yeah, lots more HP on that. And they take less damage. So, all in all, yeah, these Hellions kind of not being able to do anything. So, we have one Hellion splitting off from the pack. He does see the roach army coming, and it's a big roach army. So, a few Zerglings in there as well, but wow, once again, Terran just overexpanding, once again getting, yeah, another expansion up, so 3 expansion in this case. And yeah, just a very flimsy wall-off. That wall-off is not going to do a whole lot. And yeah, it's not going to be great against these roaches. So he tries to find the fort base. There is no fort base. Zerg is already working on his fort base. And yeah, he knows now that, well, there are only 3 bases out, and all he needs to do is break the front and hope that there's not a huge army waiting for him. Obviously, if there are siege tanks over here somewhere, then he can never reach them and he will have to withdraw. But it is not too much of a problem. So the SCV is already in place. He knows this attack is coming. And yeah, here we are. Only 1 Marine in the bunker though. And yeah, there go the Banelings. The Baneling attack is so powerful. It can just walk through this this wall off, and that's why you don't normally want a flimsy wall off like that. Because against Banelings, it does nothing. And here you see all of the roaches. They still, well, do all of their damage. There is nothing left for our Terran player. Terran is going to lose this base. Probably a few more supply depots. And probably a few more SCVs, for as far as they're still here. But yeah, well, now everything gets cleaned up. The entire front is down, and the new defensive position is taken up on top of the ramp, obviously. But is it going to matter? No, it's not going to matter. He does realize how big this army still is, and he does realize that there is really nothing he can do. He was trying to get some of these mines out. The Widow mines, not even those are going to be good enough. Even if he hits the entire a perfect splash, there would still be too much left to defeat. Anyhow, for those of you that didn't keep track, this was game 2. It is 2-0 for our Zerg player, so there will not be a game 3. Game 3 will be an anti-spoiler video. And we will move on to the next match. So hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.